Level up your listening with Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra earbuds and headphones with immersive sound and world-class noise cancellation for a not-so-silent night. Visit Bose.com/Spotify to shop sound that's more than a present.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. So, I might have been mentioning it in previous episodes that I have been feeling a little bit down and depressed. You guys might have noticed that I sound like a little bit differently. I don't know. I tried my best to hide it because I don't really like displaying the emotional side to me on the internet. But I did record the first take of this thing that I'm trying to talk about, and overall, I was pretty much crying throughout that whole episode and things. I plan on uploading it. I want you guys to if you guys are gonna know who I am, then I feel like you guys need to know everything about me and know that there's some things that's a tad bit sensitive. So last week there was a girl that I was pretty much in love with, and she told me that she was into somebody else and she overall had liked him and things. And so did she know that I liked her? Yes, because before that she didn't even want to tell me that she was dating this guy. And she told me, but she said that she didn't want to lose me as a best friend. And people probably be like, "Oh, you in the friend zone, you this and that." I don't really care what anybody has to say. I just overall want people to just hear what I have to say for just as long as I'm talking about this. So let's go back to 2012, 2013 when I originally had, because all of this, I mean, it's not all connected, but I'll get to why I'm going back this far and stuff. But 2012, 2013, there was another girl that I would have to say, yeah, I was in love with her too. And we hung out all the time. I'll buy her snacks before we even go to our classes and things. Like, she was somebody where I'm like, you know what? I see a future with you. I really do. But she didn't. And overall, how I found out, that was hard too. Having to see something like that. But I seen she was with another guy. And so I got home, cried my eyes out. Overall, just I didn't take it like a man. I know people are like, "Oh, you're supposed to be a man about these type of things." Like, nah, when you're in love with somebody, all that you're supposed to be a man type stuff is all out the window. And I know people, if you think that I'm corny for talking about this, like, go ahead and think that about me. That's overall who I am. I'm not going to change who I am for anybody. So, anyways, yeah, I was pretty sad about that. And then after that, I didn't really see myself being in a relationship. In fact, I really wasn't talking to a lot. I mean, I would talk to women, but I would just keep it as at talking. Like, I didn't try that. I think there was maybe one time after that I did ask this girl out, but she said she had gotten in a bad relationship. And so overall it was yeah, I had the illusion that relationships just wasn't for me, just based off of my family and their history with relationships. And to just kind of give you guys a brief summary about that, usually relationships don't work out and stuff. So maybe that's a sign for me. Maybe, relationships ain't meant for me and stuff, just based off of my family. But I don't want to think along those lines. I'm thinking if anybody in this world can get into a relationship, I know I can get into a relationship. So that's why I'm I don't want to believe that. But Yeah, it kind of took me a while to like feel that type of love again with another woman. And then in 2017, that's when I had started talking to this to the girl that's this like whole like thing is about. 2017, she hit me up, and something kind of clicked there, but I didn't really know what it was because it was something I haven't really felt in a while. So I was kind of like, yeah, it was like what, like 5 years, 4 years probably before that. Like I was like, trying to get out of the whole like love-minded thing. So yeah, she had hit me up, and it just overall like it felt different. Like I was like, I hadn't had that feeling in a long time. So overall, I went ahead and just fell in love with her pretty much. And yeah, because it was that first day, I remember we talked, and then I think it was like that very next day I didn't say anything to her and stuff because I'm like, I feel like it would be too soon, but I'm like, I want to talk to her so badly. Like I want to know everything about her. Like I want her to tell me her whole life. I want to know everything about her. Like I want, if she's talking to me the whole night, I will listen to everything. Like that's why I'm like, it was like some hypnotizing type love, So from there, I was like always talking to her. We talked every day. And I think that's when I knew. I was like, this is the girl I want to spend the rest of my life with. Like, and it was like her hitting me up every morning saying good morning and things. Like I knew from there, I'm like, I want to spend the rest of my life with her. Like it's somebody where I'm like, if I finally make it with YouTube and I'm living in this like big fancy house, okay, if I had a choice between anybody to live with me, it would be her. Like that's like the face that I want to see when I wake up in the morning and things. Like it's just something about her that just like it to me at least. Like to everybody else, like you might see darkness. With me, I had already seen darkness, but with her, she would light up a room. Like I was like the first, oh my, like let me just tell you guys about the first time I actually got to like see her and things. So I was working, and she said she was in the area. And so she was like, yeah, she was, I think we actually had planned it out before, but regardless, she was like, yeah, she said she wanted to, like come in and, see me and things. Cause I think, yeah, I remember she told me that cause we both went to high school with each other, but we never talked when we were in high school. In fact, I think I might have seen her around. My mind was so bottled up with I was like, I wasn't really looking at anybody else. So anyways, yeah, she and plus she had a boyfriend at the time. So I'm like, I'm not that person where it's like I want to interfere in relationships and things, but I'll get to that. But anyways, so she came in, and like the thing is, I never, like, I was like, I don't want to get involved with a woman. Like, I don't want to talk to any other woman. Like, I don't want to, like, be, like, I don't want that whole dating thing to happen. And maybe I shouldn't have, like, had that feeling. Like, maybe I should have been going out searching around and things. Maybe I should have talked to her sooner. I don't know. But anyways, like, that first day I seen her, all of that stuff was out the window. Like, all of it. I'm like, that it was long out the window, but I made sure that it was never going to come back in. And that first day I seen her, I think even the cashier that like, cause I told him about her, and he might even be listening. And hey, bro, if you listening, like, yeah, past few months you always had asked, like, was I talking to any girl? Yeah, it was her. It was her. So to talk to him. It's like, dude is pretty much like my best friend at this point. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I could tell him everything, but at the same time, there were some stuff that I was holding back. I remember there's like this year, because this year I told myself I wasn't going to really bother her anymore, because before that, I felt like I'm going all over the place. But Yeah, it was all right, let me just go back to when we were hanging out, like that first day and things. And so yeah, she came in, brought her family, and from there I was like, I like her family, I like her, like I see this being like a life term thing. Like I see myself like I want to sign my life to hers and stuff. Like I don't want this to be like no 3-4 year relationship and then we call it quits. Like no, I want this out of anything in this world. Like I told myself numerous times, like if this meant like getting rid of like I couldn't do YouTube anymore, I'd like overall like to put everything I had into her. Like that's what I was, that like I was willing to make that risk to where if I had to sacrifice like my like dream with YouTube with her, like I was willing to sacrifice it all. I really was. Like I thought about it all the time. I was like, if it really did come down to it, I'm like, I don't care if I ever make it on YouTube. I will find something else in this world. But if I'm like an old man and I'm laying on my deathbed and the last few faces I see on earth is like she's one of those last few faces I see, I will be so happy. I will be so happy at the fact that it's like I got to spend my whole life with the woman of my dreams, like the woman that I have been praying for. Like I will be so happy that it's like it would be sad that I'm dying, and then like next time I see her is when she's stepping in them pearly gates of heaven. But I'm like I got to spend my whole life with her, so that's all that matters at that point in time. But anyways, yeah, but I from like then it's like yeah, talking with her family and things like. All of that, like being nervous around women, all of that stuff, it was all thrown out the window. At that point in time, I was like, I wanted to see her every single day. Like I did. I wanted to see her every single day. It was like eating me up that I could not see her every day and things. But yeah, then that's when the emotions really started coming out of me, and I was telling her how I felt about her and stuff. And overall, it was just like she was saying like that connection like with me it wasn't really there and stuff. And so yeah, I was trying to accept that. And this year I told myself I wasn't going to bother her anymore about it. And overall I felt like that was a mistake that I made. Like I feel like that was something I shouldn't have done. Like I should have like still been like, the thing is like I'd said that I wasn't going to, but I knew if I had the opportunity, if that opportunity was to come to me where it's like, okay, if she's like hinting around to me and her being in a relationship, all of that stuff about bothering her about being in a relationship is all thrown out the window. I'm like, if she's ready to be in a relationship, like I'm here. Like I'm like they don't have to worry about nothing. Like I'm going to be here. That's the thing, people. Like I was so in love with her. I'm like, anything that I promised myself, like, it's her first. Like, all them promises, everything, it's all thrown out the window. So, last week, she was telling me, I guess, like, she's having some problems with her mom. And I kept, like, trying to get it out of her, like, what's going on. And I'm like, I want to know because, like, this could be something that I've dealt with before. And that's like, I want to, like, tell you, like, this is how you get out of it. So, Thursday morning, that's when she told me that she had been talking to a guy and that I guess, yeah, like her parents are kind of like weird about relationships and stuff. So, yeah, she told me that and that hit me hard. Like, that seriously hit me hard. Like, that's why I'm like, I want you guys to like hear me do my first take because like I'm like right now I don't sound as emotional like I am, but that episode, like trying to talk about that, like I was crying throughout that whole episode, so I can't wait for you guys to hear that. But anyways, yeah, that hit me hard. Like I was with family and I had to excuse myself and just kind of like sit down for a second because that was something where it was like you wasn't really expecting that. Like my heart has shattered. Like my heart was aching. Like I can really feel my heart aching this pain. And this is a pain that I have not felt in so long. that was like, I know I'm going to go down this road all over again. And I'm like, and I'm going to like, and I'm going to try. Honestly, I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to do this differently. Instead of sitting here trying to like fight and then get like all these, like, you know, I'm trying to like get her to be with me and stuff. I'm going to wish her the best. And that's overall what I did. Like, I thought I was being a bigger and better like person and things. I was like, you know, in order to be a better person, you got to do better things, you know? So overall, like, when she told me that she was talking to a guy, and yeah, I was like, it's still somewhere. I'm like, you know, it's like, I don't know, maybe if I had like tried a little bit harder or did something or said something, then maybe it could have been a better outcome for me. But anyways, I told her, I was like, you know, like, because she that's what she said she was afraid of, that she was going to like lose me as a friend. And to answer that question, like people, they're gonna ask, like, you gonna stop being her friend? No, I'm not. Like, I'm not gonna stop being her friend. I know most people would say like, oh, in order to move on, like, you have to stop being her friend. And I remember that's what I did with the one, the original girl that, like, you know, did pretty much like, where it's like, you know, she kind of like had my heart broken. Stopped talking to her. I was just like, we pretty much parted ways. But now I'm like, you know, it was like, I remember like not too long ago, me and her, we started back talking again. Me and the first girl, and she, you know, it's like, it just doesn't really seem like that chemistry, like me and her being friends. I don't know, maybe it had like something to do with like me like just really interested into this girl, because I'm like, if her entering, like, if this original girl, her entering back in my life, like in a potential relationship could start, I'm not looking for it. Not because of like, you know, her like not wanting to be with me in high school, but it's just like, I don't have that feeling for her anymore. All of that feelings, everything that I had that was in her, it is gone. And I'm like, and everything that I was like, that I put, like all of the love and care that I put, like when I tell you guys, like with this second girl, that I loved and cared for her so much. I mean, like I was willing to, like, you know, with the YouTube stuff, I dedicated it like all to her, like any videos I made, anything. And I was hoping that would, like, I don't know, like give her, like, you know, like some sort of sign, like this man wants to spend like the rest of his life with me and stuff. You know, like I was willing, like, and that's the thing, like she has like a family business and stuff. I'm like, yo, like, even though I'm doing this YouTube stuff and I know I'm gonna be doing stuff for myself in the process, like I was like, I wanted to invest like into that family business. Like I wanted to show her like how much I cared about her and things. I really did. Like I wanted to do everything for her. Like I would have done anything for her. That's the thing. Like this, like there'd be times when she'd tell me like something's wrong, like she's feeling sick or something, and I'm like, yo, like, do you need something? Like, I know it might, like, I don't have a car. I know it'll take me a while, but, like, if you do need something, I don't care if it's, like, in the middle of the night. I would explain to people that, look, the freaking woman of my dreams needs something right now. I have money, okay? If she needed, like, freaking some ibuprofen in the middle of the night, I'm like, yo, well, whatever store is open that sells ibuprofen, I'm definitely going to look for it and things. But that's when it's like you're willing to like risk it all and stuff. Like I was willing to risk it all. I was like, I would do anything for this girl, anything. So overall, yeah, she told me all of that day, and after that I was just all like, you know what, like I can't be this person that I was in high school, where it's like I'm sitting here on my knees crying and begging, like, please give me a chance. Because overall, it's like it ain't going to change anything. So it's like I already know how this is going to work out. So I'm like, I can't go down that road. Like, I got to do something different. So I like, well, originally I didn't. I was just like, I told myself, I was like, you know, you did tell yourself at the beginning of this year, like, you wasn't going to bother her with that anymore. So there's no reason to be bothering her with it. Like, you know, you got to move on. And I wasn't seeing that. And Monday, I let it all out. I told her, I was like, people is like, I told her, I was like, I think that's somewhere I'm like, I always told her like how much I liked her and things, and how it's like, we should start dating. But this past Monday, I told her, I was like, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Like, I want a family with you. Like, I don't really see that with anybody else besides you. Like, people, that's the thing. People have told me, like, and after after that, like, I went and was like asking people for advice and things, and was overall trying to like seek out advice. Like, I think it was, yeah, because it was that Thursday, I remember, like, I was like, I had like my whole day planned out. I was just gonna like kill it with YouTube. But after she told me that, I was like, the motivation with YouTube, that's why I'm like, I want to like just tell you guys, like, right now, like, I might have to take a break from YouTube, just because of just like how, like, I shouldn't even be this emotional, but yeah, I'm very emotional right now. And I'm like slowly like trying to get better, but I just feel like that I really just need some time to myself, and take in more advice about this situation, and just, see how overall I feel. But yeah, I was like, that Friday, I remember I laid in bed pretty much all day, and I didn't want to like do anything. I think I barely made videos. Actually, I think I did work on some videos to like kind of take my mind off of stuff. I went out, bought some shoes. Yeah, I was really trying my hardest to take my mind off of everything, but it was like, that was the one and only thing that was on my mind. That was like the one thing. I was like, it's hard to, try to take your mind off of it and things. So anyways, Monday comes around. I'm at work, like my last day. We're pretty much my last day at work. And I told her like that. It was like early that morning. I told her that I was like, I pretty much wanted to spend the rest of my life with you and things. Like, I just let her have it. Like, I was like, I shouldn't even have done that and things, because it overall, like, it's not going to be good for me once when I say all of that stuff. So therefore, it was like, yeah, I feel like that just ruined a really good like friendship that we had going on. And yeah, I'm like, and it's most like, see, that's the thing, like, I know I'm going to do this all over again. Like, I tell myself time after time, I'm not going to do this, but I know I'm going to do this all over again. We're going to start back talking. I'm going to regain feelings, go ahead and ask her out all over again. And that's why I'm like, a part of me wants to make that decision where, like, I tell her, like, hey, this is who I am, like, and, like, I feel like the only way it's, like, I can honestly get out of this is if, like, I don't know, I don't want to, like, put that out in existence, and I really just don't want that to happen, because she is such a great person, and that's why I'm, like, where I just don't have nobody to talk to throughout the day, and she was the one person that I had talked to every single day. That's why I'm like, I don't want that to go. Like, even with the other girl, like, I remember with the other girl, I didn't talk to her every day. I didn't care about her family like I care about this girl's family. I didn't like it, like the love I had for that first girl. I mean, yeah, the overall, like, the outcome, I had the same outcome. Cried my eyes out, was sad, depressed. But this time around, like, it hurts even more. Like, it hurts 10 times more. And it's like, and it's the same thing. Like, I've dealt with this. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, why do I feel like this? Like, but 10 times worse. So the thing is like, I don't want that to happen where we have to stop being friends, but I think that's like the only way for us. Like, she said, and because once I had told her that, then, she overall was like, she told me, like, because I asked her, like, I was like, just please, like, I was pretty much like begging. I was praying to God. I'm like, please, can I just have like this one thing in life? I feel like I never have anything in life. I feel like that there's nobody that listens to me. There's nobody, like, having her in my life, like, that will make me a better person. I know it will. I just have a good feeling that it will. Like, all of the problems I have, like, that stuff will all be thrown out the window. It's like, if I know I got her by my side, like, I know people are gonna be like, you know, it's like, you can have her by your side, like, as a friend and things, but it's like, it's just after a while, you just have, like, a lot of love for a person, like, you know, you can be friends with them, but at the same time, like, you know, it's like, it's really, yeah, it's really, I don't know, it's like hard to explain, but at the same time, pretty sure everybody understands, like, the whole thing. So overall, yeah, I told her how I felt, and then she said no, and I'm like, I should have known, because I'm like, you know, she's talking to this guy and things, and then she was like, yeah, she overall said that she like likes him and stuff, and they connect. Me and her don't, and yeah, that Monday I needed somebody to talk to, because I was like wanting to talk to her and stuff, and then she wasn't responding, and so I made a post on Facebook and was wanting to talk to people and stuff. Like, I'm about to start crying right now, but yeah, I was like, I made a post on Facebook, and I needed somebody to talk to, because even now it's like, it's just really hard, like, trying to deal with this, and then, you know, trying to be a better person. So I made the post, and was like, I don't know, like, I was really expecting, I was like, because I made that post, like, I was like, you know, maybe she might hit me up and see how I'm doing and things, but there was a bunch of other friends that hit me up, and they checked up on me, and they talked with me and stuff, but I broke down and just started crying. Like, I was like, I didn't really expect to be feeling this way and things. I was like, you know, I dealt with this before, I can get through it, but I didn't. And so therefore it was, you know, if I had to tell anybody anything, it's like, if you ever fall in love with a person, and you know, it doesn't go as, like, you know, as you thought it would go and things, it's like, I really just wish the best for you. You know, it's like, it's something where I'm like, I had my whole life, like, planned out, and was just thinking, like, she's the one, like, there's nobody else. Like, and I know people bring up, like, every theory, like, what if you hurt her, what if you cheat, all this. Look, when I say that I am in love with this girl, there is no other girl in this world, okay? And I could be out, like, that's the one thing that she would have to, like, she would not have to worry about me, like, all these years chasing her, and you think I would throw that all away on some other girl? I would never ever do anything like that. And I would not blame God or anybody to like strike me of never having a successful relationship ever. Like, if I were to ever hurt her that badly to where I was talking to another woman, never. Like, I was just like, no, like, it ain't meant for me to have a relationship if I'm gonna do stuff like that. So therefore I'm like, no, I wouldn't even blame God if he did something like that to me. So it's like, you know, overall I'm like, yeah, that's something that would, like, I would, like, never ever, like, do. So I'm like, that's one thing. If that's what had crossed her mind, I'm like, you wouldn't have to worry about that. You would never have to worry about me hurting you in any way, shape. I would never do anything. Like, if anything, I would do the most. I already would do the most for her and stuff, but to hurt her, no, never. So that's why I'm like, I would never do anything like that. So, but it's like, I overall, like, I think if there's, like, anything that I did have to say, like, to her and stuff, like, if she ever does listen to this, I just really wish they would have it would have worked out. Like, I I just overall wish I just had like a chance with something. Like I just felt like I've never had chances with anything. I felt like that nothing ever worked out for me, and like that this is the one thing that I could have just had in this world. Like throughout the years of me living, like this is the one thing that I could have had. This would have been it. I don't want much. I don't ask for much. I don't think about much. But this one thing, like that's it. That's all I wanted. Like I prayed for this. I wanted this so badly. Like I said, and I try. Like I know people like ask like everything. Like I tried to say everything I possibly could. I really did. And I tried to give this like everything that I had, all my energy. I put all my energy like into her. Like I'm like this. I'm like I want her to like to her to be the one. Like I don't want nobody else to be the one. And it's overall like it's hard because I like I'm trying to move on, and then like people are like giving me advice like saying like move on and things, but it's just like a part of me is fighting it, and it's all like no, try again. But I'm like no, I don't want to try again because I'm like it's always going to hurt, and I'm like it always hurts, and so that's what I'm like I don't know, like a part of me wants to just stop. Like I don't want to be in a relationship and stuff, but then I'm like I don't know, man. It's like I know people are like it's like people I know people are gonna try to tell me like that there's somebody out there for me, but I'm like at this rate I don't know who's out there for me. It's like I don't. It's like I honestly it's just you pray so much and then you just feel like your prayers aren't being answered, and then you just sitting there just sad and just a wreck. Like where's this other girl out there for me? I know people gonna be like, you guys search. Like I did everything that I possibly could, and if it didn't work out, then I don't know. I think it ain't meant for me, and it's probably best. But it's like I'm with like people like, and I know people like they talk so badly about relationships. There's people out there that talk so badly about relationships, like talking about like oh are you, or just not even that, but like marriages and things. Like they just talk like so bad about like commitment, but I'm like I am ready for that stuff. I'm ready for it all. I know people are like they say things about having kids, they say things about marriage, they say things about all of that. I was like there's coworkers at my job where it's like marriage and commitment and kids, that was all brought up. And they always talk about how they didn't want any of that. But I was like, man, in my head, especially I was just like kind of like just in the prime of like me like talking to this girl, I was like, you guys don't even understand. Like if it came down to it to where, like we were getting married and we were planning on having kids, bro, I'd be so like honestly, I'd be so happy. Like I seriously, I'm like I feel like I've been depressed for so long to just like to feel that ounce of happiness. Like I ain't never cried like being happy before, but I think I definitely would. I think I definitely would if I were to like to whoever that future wife is gonna be, the future Mrs. Moss. Ms. Moss, I don't know how it goes, but to whoever the future wife is going to be, like that day when it's just like when like I can call you my wife and say that it's like we have kids and all, then I'm gonna be happy. But it's just like at the rate that it's going right now, I don't know, I don't really see it. I just don't see it anymore. And now that it's just like I feel like I'm in like a different like state of my life and things where it's like I'm not a kid anymore. So it's like, oh, you're a kid, like you hurt as a kid, but then you become an adult and stuff. It doesn't really matter anymore. But now that I'm an adult, like I don't know, I can't take that type of pain anymore. So it's like this point in time now, I'm like I'm not really looking for a relationship. So I thought it was gonna work out, but it didn't. So yeah, I pretty much all I can say is that for everybody out there, I hope whatever you got going on, I hope it does work out. Like that's the thing. Like people might like, be jealous. Like and that's the thing. Like I see relationships like ever since after that. Like I've seen like people out in public holding hands, like watching stuff on TV. Freaking there's like YouTube couples that I would watch. Like I can't even watch that stuff anymore. Like there's like a lot of things that's just been drained out of me. Like it's just like being barely able to eat, having occasional like just like my heart just aching and stuff. Like it's like a lot of that stuff I just can't even do anymore. Like it's hard. It's really hard. So yeah, I don't know. Like I know people are like, am I gonna be petty? Am I gonna be jealous and things? Like a part of me is gonna be jealous because it's like I wish I was that guy. Like I wish I was, but then it's like another part of me is I'm a Christian, so it's like I gotta do the Christian thing, and it's like I wish you the best. And it's just I wish you the best, and overall like it's I'm gonna try. I'm gonna really try to like just be a better person. Whether if it's on my own, then okay. But if it's like one day, if I do get to like just find like somebody out there for me, and she's she's just like ready and things, I'm like cool. Then I don't have to sit here and be sad. And I'm like I just overall don't like this feeling. Like I hate this feeling so much, and it's just like I wish it would change, but it never does. And yeah, it's hard, man. It's really hard. So I really hope the like best for everybody and things. Like I hope like you're in a like I don't know, like I hope like I think that's I don't know, like I give my energy to everybody because I want everybody to be happy. But it's just like you sit down and think about your own happiness, and it's like I come to a point in time where it's like it doesn't matter. And then I feel like that could be the reason why I'm sad, because I'm like I'm not even worried about my own happiness, or I didn't put it into everybody else. But yeah, I'm like one day I don't know when, but hopefully it's soon. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. If you want to like, cause I did do this to seek out advice, and I do need advice. Yeah, if you guys like can hit me up on Instagram or Twitter, or even I think they have like a way where you could do like voice messages and things on Anchor.fm. So if there's like if you guys can send me out some advice, I would really appreciate it. But yeah, just right now I want to be alone, but at the same time like I really just need something to like pull me through and things, revive me, like get me back to my day-to-day life, because I don't know, I don't want to take a break from YouTube, but it's just like me being emotional, and I don't want to be like making like a funny video and stuff and then all of a sudden break down in tears and start crying and things. Because when this happened to me at first, like I was doing YouTube, but I was uploading videos like every like 5 months and things. So there's like time gaps where I got to cry and I'll make a video talking about something and things. And so anyways, yeah, I don't know. I might have to take like a break from YouTube and things, but hopefully somebody sends me some like words that will move me, motivate me, make me feel a tad bit better and things, and I can overall make some videos for you guys. I mean, I can record, but it's just it's hard, it's really hard. Like today I was recording videos and I was taking breaks. Like I didn't really record that much. I don't think I really recorded at all yesterday. I did like podcast episodes and that was about it. Like the only is like that was about it. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for listening, and please send me some advice. Please send me something that can help me out, because it's really hard trying to get through this and things, and especially like trying to like get through it by myself. I know there's friends that hit me up saying that I'm not alone, that overall, like, I am gonna get through this and things, but it's like I overall feel alone. Like, I don't feel like I have anybody to really look forward to. And it's like, somebody that you talk to all the time, and then it's just all gone like that because of my own personal greed and things. Like, yeah, it's hard. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for listening, and peace.